Thank you, Stephanie. For this superintendent sit-down, we are talking to Bladen County School Superintendent Dr. Robert Taylor. Dr. Taylor, so good to have you here with us this morning. And we first want to start talking about a year and a half ago, we had Hurricane Matthew, and it created a lot of devastation throughout the area, but especially in Bladen County. You guys were hit pretty hard. Have the schools recovered from that damage?
Yes, the schools have recovered nicely. We had damage to some of the schools. We were able to deal with that. Most of the issues were in the community with students and parents being displaced, but we've been able to recover from that pretty good.
And another thing we want to talk to you about is the base realignment plan for Fort Bragg. Are you seeing any type of impact on Bladen County with maybe more people moving in or maybe more demand on the schools? Has that been a factor yet?
Well, we haven't seen a lot of change for Bladen County. We do have 87 that goes into Fort Bragg and Fayetteville, but we haven't seen a lot of change as far as enrollment as a result of the base realignment.
What do you see as the greatest challenge for Bladen County schools?
I would say finances. Obviously, we're a low wealth district. We really struggle in terms of being able to provide the local support for the school district. Our county commissioners do an excellent job in terms of providing for the district, but it continues to be a struggle.
And we've got thousands of teachers from across the state of North Carolina tomorrow headed to Raleigh to protest for higher pay and more school supplies, among other things. Bladen County schools will be operating tomorrow, unlike Pender and New Hanover and Brunswick counties that are closing tomorrow. What is your thought on this whole protest and the fact these teachers are headed to Raleigh to try to advocate and ask for more for their students ultimately?
Well, first of all, we support the teachers in their effort. One of the things that we have to do is to make a committed investment to education in North Carolina. So we applaud teachers for taking that effort. We do hope that they have an opportunity to talk with lawmakers and they have an opportunity to really listen to their concerns and just support them in that effort.
Now, there have been some in North Carolina. There's a representative from Union County who said that the teacher union, he actually said, let's call it what it is, teacher union thugs want to control the education process. That's a Republican from Union County, North Carolina, that's outside of Charlotte. What do you say about Mark Brody's comment and other Republicans that may be saying, hey, you know, these teachers shouldn't be closing up shop to go to Raleigh to protest for higher pay and school supplies?
Well, my comment would be is that when teachers make a grassroots movement such as this, we need to take the opportunity to listen. I think teachers in North Carolina have endured a great deal over the past few years, and they're just asking for an opportunity to be heard. As far as Bladen County is concerned, we do have teachers that are going. They have done everything according to the law by taking personal leave days or leave without pay, doing that in a time that they were able to get to Raleigh. But also not leaving the district in a condition to where we won't have enough teachers to serve the students that are there.
All right, I also want to ask you a little bit about the needs for rural school districts versus the bigger school districts like CMS or Wake County. How does Bladen County's needs, school needs, differ from a bigger county?
Well, for Bladen County, first of all, being a rural district, we have schools that are spread out, so that means that we will need more schools. The biggest issue is not having the tax base to be able to support the construction of schools. We know that's a local effort. So for a large district such as Charlotte-Meck, they can levy a small tax that can raise millions of dollars. But a 1 cent property tax in Bladen County only raises about $200,000. So our capacity to be able to provide for the construction of schools is really tough. And that's why we're really pushing for a state bond to assist rural districts.
All right, and one real quick question. What would you say to parents in Bladen County as far as more parent involvement with students? What would you say to encourage those parents to be more involved?
We'll always encourage parents to be involved. We know that they are the first teachers for children, and the more they are involved, the better their kids will do in school. We just really encourage them to come out, visit the schools. We're doing some great things in Bladen County. We're tops in the state in a lot of categories. So even though we're a rural district, we really do believe we set the example of how you provide a 21st century education in a rural setting, and we definitely want parents to continue to be a part of that.
Again, Dr. Taylor with the Bladen County Public Schools, so very glad to have you come in this morning. I think it was a 40-minute drive, so we appreciate you coming in.
Pleasure was all.